Tiantan store, today we are looking at the S9. This car has actually been on the market for some time. It used to have two versions, the Pro version for 399 800 yuan and the top-end Ultra version for 449 800 yuan. So now it has added a mid-range version, the long voyage version of the Ultra with a price of 429 800 yuan. What is the purpose? In fact, the span between the previous two versions is very large. In addition, this car supports a lot of options. In fact, many users will find the options more troublesome, so now I will directly give you a centered option. Compared with the previous top-of-the-line Ultra, why is it called a long booth light? It is a single motor rear drive, so the mileage has to become larger. Compared with the Pro version before, you need to choose some configurations, and then I have already chosen it for you on this version. It's okay for you to choose my version directly, simply and clearly. Then let's analyze it with you. Just think of the sales volume of the S9. Let's compare products of the same category and you may have a clear concept. First of all, it is a medium and large fixed car with a pure electric price of about 400,000 yuan. Into the EQE, the future 177, then those two volumes are 400 or 500 units per month. Compared with his 1,000 or 2,000 units a month, the gap is actually very obvious. What he sells is actually very good. Then compared with the Hang Seng, what about the Z9 GT of the index? In fact, the main thing that it sells for that car is its plug-in range. Its pure electric vehicles are less than 1,000 units a month, and the car starts at 330,000. The price gap is also very obvious. So I think S9 is among products in the same category. It is the best-selling model in history. And in terms of appearance, this kind of model focuses on luxury positioning. In fact, I think there are only two key points, one of which is atmospheric and the other is simple, so I think this one has done it completely. The BMW, which looks very big and thin, doesn't have too much complicated design. Then in terms of configuration, all three versions are equipped with LiDAR as standard, so the hardware base is already full for you. Then this car supports many options in the whole appearance in terms of body color, including wheel stocks, etc. What is my suggestion? As far as the media can consider it, and then in terms of drag and drums, I suggest that everyone choose this 21-inch wheel Ancient. It is quite consistent with the positioning of its car body and looks a little more advanced. Face car length 515. 3150, how to say this data is definitely the benchmark 56E level drive, and then the rear row of this car actually requires 3 cars, but there are certain preconditions. Then if you want to bury the whole configuration of the rear row, it used to be the Pro version for options, but now he first introduced the ultra long version of 42, which is already standard for you because some of the main upgraded configurations are the rear row, these rear zero gravity seats, and the small table here includes the rear laser projection cloth and streaming media. It mainly adds a function, so after optional installation, right, the adjustable range of the comfort level of the entire rear row is definitely much richer than 500 to 600 million, so the overall comfort level is definitely overwhelming. Even the entire rear row experience of this car can definitely be picked beautiful. SG, because it is true that the zero gravity seat in the rear row is currently the first configuration in the entire industry. Come to the front row. How do you say it? Whether it's the whole shape, materials, or configuration, it's actually very full. This yacht-style layout has a sense of class. Then I only want to tell you that after you choose this beautiful body, an extra small screen will be added on both sides, which will be a little stronger than what you see now. In addition, you mentioned earlier that all 3 versions have LiDAR, so he can support you to open all the functions of ADS 30 in the full state, but it takes another 10,000 yuan, and then in terms of power, it is divided into single motor and dual motor 4-wheel drive, which are 313p and 530 leather horsepower respectively. The battery is a 100-degree Jiangsu-era 3-yuan lithium battery. The whole system is an 800 Buddha platform, and CLTC is 816 kilometers and 721 kilometers respectively. Then the chassis is double B rear multi-connection and then CD plus air selection, which is Huawei's Touring bottom. Of course, some users may say, right, users at this price point pay more attention to the driving experience and don't pay much attention to the rear row, but this car is right. The overall acceleration performance of a tram is definitely more direct and smoother than that of a fuel vehicle, so it doesn't lose in this respect, and it can also give you a better experience after boarding. Therefore, in terms of overall product strength, it actually needs to be more perfect, because in terms of price, the ADS Huawei system equipped on this car is currently the most advanced automatic parking, and then the car drives in front of you, etc, etc. Therefore, in terms of overall product strength, this car is actually quite scattered and more exciting. When considering electric medium and large cars priced at 400,000 yuan, this market is still underdeveloped but already showing excellent results. If you truly like it, this one is worth considering. In the future, if sales volumes increase, launching another growth version could be a viable option.